Chains and manacles from Birmingham's links to the slave trade, always kept in this Birmingham church by its vicar, who's on a mission.
This is not just about me, or indeed my community. It is about you and your community.
The Reverend Canon Eve Pitts has put black history at the very centre of the Holy Trinity Church.
Looking at history, how it's written, by whom, in whose interest. And unless that happens, we're just going to keep putting a plaster on our wounds. And the problem with that is if you keep putting a plaster on, eventually it becomes infected.
Her preaching about the slave trade has faced criticism in the past, but now, after the recent Black Lives Matter protests, Reverend Pitts could be called a modern-day prophet.
That's the tragedy of what's happening now, because unless we have the mature discussion, debate about history, about enslavement, who was enslaved. In the enslavement of my people, I have to say, the people I've lived amongst and loved, the individuals I've loved, I've been enslaved too.
And white people too have these chains, the chains from history?
That's not a comfortable thought, but it must be faced if we're going to be serious about what's happening in America and the protest here. Our young people who are trying to make sense of their reality and their past, their present, and to create a new future.
Canon Pitts was the first black woman vicar in the Church of England. She says there's hope for the future, but only if we face the past. Peter Wilson, BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.